Hey, Dave Knight here at 123daytrade.com. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being here. Today was Wednesday, June 27th, 2018. It was inventories and my CL pitch strategy. I haven't really talked much about it lately because it's not performing very well. Now, I don't know if that's because I'm only looking at one side of the market or because I'm just not taking the right signals or I'm just taking too many trades. So one of the things that I like about my new approach is that I'm giving myself a lot more chances to win the day. For instance, what I wrote down in my notes today was positive. I had 12 chances to get out of the hole by taking less on a loss. If I would have created better entries, I could have won the day, or at least hopefully got to break even. But I actually had 12 chances today. I'm kind of proud about that because I'm not. Well, that's not pride. It's just I felt like that I'm taking less on losses, even though the volatility is extremely high right now. Actually 2.69. It warrants out 27 ticks on a one. That's 27 before. I think it's like 30. 33 was one ADR today, or 1P was 33 today. So we have really skyrocketed up from above the one handle. Now we're above 2.69, where 27 ticks is the average range of movement, and that also means that $270 is the average loss on an entry point if you're looking at a 1R trade. And you break that down to one half of that, and you're looking at 13 ticks of losses. So I mean, if you would accumulate 3 losses at 13 ticks a pop, you're at minus 39 all of a sudden. So the volatility has increased to the point where actually, when volatility gets this high, it's that double-edged sword. You're hoping that the market, once you get in, will go your way and go your way fast. Otherwise, if it moves against you, it's going to move against you quickly and knock you out very fast as well. So it makes more sense to make better entry points. And one of the things that I'm noticing, because over the last month in June and also in May, I believe, CL Pit hasn't been very successful. And even though I would be sitting up like 2 or 3 ticks at one point during the CL Pit strategy. So my opening trade a lot of times is a break-even win. And then I remember today I was down 17 ticks after 3. So 3 or 4 trades, and I think after 5 trades I was down 17 ticks. So that should have been the point that I quit the day instead of waiting to go down minus 43. So I went down minus 43 on the day, and I could have been down only minus 17. So on the positive side, I got 12 trades in, but I had 12 trades and lost 430 bucks. Now I'm still up on the combine, up over the 500 mark. I still have $1,000 of drawdown left on this combine, and so I need to make at this point I need to make 1,500 before I lose another 1,000. So it's definitely doable. I mean, I'm sitting in pretty much in the control seat here, and I can turn this around. So it really comes down to entry right now. So better entry points allow me to take on less risk, and then also allow the market to move in my favor a little bit better. I tried to pick off the high on several different times today. I don't know where it was right now, but I was at 72.99 was one of the trades I had, and it just barely took me out because of some of the trades I had prior to that knocked me out of the market before. So what can I say? Trading is a lifetime learning experience. Just when you learn something, something else comes along the way too. And one of the thoughts that I guess I'll just read my notes to you so you can hear my thinking today. I said, CL Pit is not working to pick off the highs right now. Can I get lucky? I am not a fan of CL Pitt much longer. It is too hard and I lose too much when I stick around and try to save the day. I have been trying to short a long. You have to be extremely patient when attempting to pick off the long. There is a big difference between minus 40 to minus 17. How can I stop myself from trading when it's not working? Especially since I hate to lose. How do you know when a move has run out of steam to go up? The market might come down to a crawl, then might move up slightly, then sell off. One of the things I noticed today, I think it was around the 72.97 mark, 72.96, and then it went up to and it was really hanging out at the R2 line for a while and really slowed down, and then it went up to 72.97 from 72.96. Then I think it made its high of the session, which my trading session, I think it was 73.04, 73. I think it's 73.04 was the high of the trading session. I don't know where the market's trading right now, but I'm just talking about the morning session that I was trading. So the market really slowed down at that point, and then it sold off down to 72.80 and change. So even if it would have come back to 72.99, it would have been a break-even trade for me. So seeing some of that stuff, that was probably the only time that I perhaps should be looking at the short side of the market after the initial entry to go short. You know, the initial entry to short went down 1p and then it came up to break even and knocked me out. So literally I should have just stood aside at that point and then waited for the market to work its way out of whatever it wanted to do if I wanted to be short only, and then perhaps it come in at 72.99 at that point after it moved up there. So, you know, hindsight's always going to be right though. Hindsight's always right. So I look at volume. Volume is the leading indicator for me, and what I'm noticing on this strategy is that more times than not here lately, I'm taking losses of minus 30 to minus 40 to, you know, getting close to the max daily loss in this case. And I already talked about max daily loss, and I think the bullshit that goes on at Top Step Trader. I don't believe that max daily loss should lose your combine, your FTP, or your funded account. I believe the only reason that you should lose anything at Top Step Trader with the way they made the rules now is if you go across your max trailing drawdown. So my max trailing drawdown right now is just is 29,579 or something like that, 479 or 579. So I mean, I don't even have the 28.5 available anymore. So, you know, that's the whole point. You know, I just firmly believe that that should be the only reason that you should lose at Top Step Trader. The max daily loss should not lose your funded account, your combine, or your FTP. It should just be an event that stops you from trading. It knocks you out of your account, and then you get to move on to the next day, or if they want to give you a 2-day break or force you to go into the practice account for 2 days or whatever the hell they want to decide at that point, that's fine, but it should not be a money-making event for them. And I'm going to stick to my guns on this. So that's how I feel. I feel very strongly about that because I think most of us get into the WTF side of our trading side, and if we just had, you know, if we could get up, walk away sometimes, and that's what I believe, that's what, you know, the people, you know, that's what you bank on sometimes, is people being stupid. And you know, and I love Top Step Trader. I just believe that now that they have a continuous rolling account where you don't get FTP for free anymore, that there should be a bone thrown our way, and that's the bone that they should throw out. Even if it's, you don't, max daily loss doesn't fail combine or FTP, and then funded they have a different rule. I mean, they could make the rule, but you know, it's up to them to, you know, I mean, it's a money-making event. Let's be honest with it. Let's be honest that it's a money-making event for them to go over max daily loss. And it is what it is. I mean, but you know, I know I'm making excuses on one side. On the other side, it would be really cool of them to you know, look out for our best interest, to, you know, because they could make some rule that if you go over max daily loss, then you're knocked out of trading. You know, got to go back to practice account for a day or 2 days, or whatever they decide. You can't go back in for the rest of the week, or you have to have a 3-day break, or whatever they end up making a decision. I mean, there could be a rule. You go over max daily loss, and this is what happens because of that. But you don't have to smack the Mac and pay them an extra 99 bucks just because you go over max daily loss. And it gets kind of, if you've been at Top Step Trader any length of time, you know how easy it is to hit max daily loss when you're losing on any given day, especially as it relates to the 30K account and even the 50K account and the $1,000. I mean, I think 1,000 is pretty much all you can lose across the board, if I'm not mistaken, at least on the two that I look at, the 30 and the 50K. So, but hey, it's me bitching, moaning, and groaning on the day that I lost. So, but I still believe what I said is true. I mean, I've had better days this time in the combine than I've had in a long time. So it's a matter of maximizing my profits on these winning days that I'm getting. So, and that's the double-edged sword of the market right now. With high volatility comes high profit. The other side of that is quick losses. So hopefully, Lord willing, the creek don't rise, knock on wood, I'll make it above that 32,000 mark on the combine here in the next few days, maybe even tomorrow or Friday, get a half of it tomorrow and the other half of it on Friday, move above 32,000, move on to FTP, and then get into funded and take some money from Top Step Trader. And obviously max daily loss is a sticking point that I firmly believe on, that it should be the bones should be thrown out right now, and I'm going to stick to that. So, unless they switch back to FTP's free again. Make FTP free, then I wouldn't feel so strongly about max daily loss, because, hey, there's not very few and far between traders that can go and win, make 2,000 and make 2,000 again and do it within 20 trading days. It's unless you get extremely lucky on 30K, which I've had occasionally, you get these $1,000 wins back to back. Unless you get those dollar days, which are few and far between in the crude oil market or whatever market you're trading, 20 trading days is pretty much is how long it's going to take or more to move from one to the next, to move into funded. So once I do get into funded, though, I can guarantee you this time around I'm going to stay there. I'm not going to guarantee it, but I mean, I'm doing my damn best to never ever come out of it again. And I'm starting to notice that there's some A+ trading setups that's kept me in the game a lot longer this time around. My biggest weakness right now that I've got in my trading hole, or the biggest hole that I've got in my trading plan right now is actually inventory day. Inventory day used to be my best trading day, and now it's ended up being my worst trading day of the week. So go figure, what used to be the best is now the worst, and it'll reverse itself around again. At some point, CL Pit will move in my favor, and I'll catch the 3 to 4 to 5p moves that I'm expecting to get. It'll move my favor. It's just taken, I think it's like 7 or 8 weeks now that I've walked away a net loser on my best trading day. So all of May and all of June have been losing the Wednesday trade strategy, or whatever day that comes out on. So that's about it. 13 minutes of me bitching. I'm moving on. This is Dave Knight here at 123daytrade.com, trying my best to move back to funded here at Top Step Trader. God, I love you guys, but hell, you could throw a bone out to us that are working diligently trying to get back to funded. And I mean, even if it's combine that you max daily loss doesn't apply. I mean, you could throw a bone out, but another side, obviously, there is no other side to it. Honestly, there is just the way things were and the way things are now, and God, they need. I need to get back to funded in a good way, but just days like today, and honestly, I know with the volatility being as high as it is now, that the losing days are a lot easier to hit. So if I could just walk away and wait for the volatility to come down, but I need to get back to funded. So and that's what you're hearing. I need, and that's not a good place to be, because I'm putting myself a little bit too much pressure on myself and my performance to make trading decisions. So that more times than not leads to catastrophic events in my past. So getting in a good place, and I feel like I'm in a good place overall as a trader right now. I just feel as though I'll let one day get away from me. And I've had, I think, 3 days, if I'm not mistaken, in this particular combine that I've lost over 30 or 40 ticks at this point. So, and still up 500. So maybe tomorrow's that day that I get my 99 tick win, and I'll get real close to hitting that 32K. So I'll talk to you, I guess, Thursday or Friday when I feel like saying something again. I'll talk to you on the next video I put together. Once again, I hope you had a better day than me. Hell, if you're along the last couple of days, this bullshit up move that's going on right now, I call it bullshit, but obviously it's moving up because of all the OPEC crap that's going on. But it's a smoke and mirror move. I believe we're getting ready to top out and come back down again. So there's not a lot of volume on this up move. So it's about ready to peter out and move back down again. In my humble opinion, I think that's what's going to happen. See ya.